What's the buzz? Well, the Australian honeybee is dying and Australia needs answers. Some may question the importance of the honeybee, but around 65% of Australia's agricultural crops rely on honeybees for pollination. If the Australian honeybee is wiped out, it will mean major changes for the Australian food industry, livestock, and most importantly, the natural environment we have grown to love. So, what do we need the honeybee for? Well, let's look at the food we consume. To put it simply, without the honeybee, our choices would be reduced to grains, fish, and nuts, which doesn't leave much to the imagination. How can we help the Australian honeybee? Protection from the nasty varroa mite entering our country and hurting our bee colonies. The varroa mite is a small blood-sucking mite which attaches to the honeybee, causing impaired flight performance, reduced lifespan, and crippling and crawling bees. Biosecurity measures have already been put into place to eradicate any mites found in our bees. The varroa mite only attacks the honeybee, so scientists are left with the unanswered questions of why the wild bee numbers are also in decline. The Australian honeybee is topic of discussion among many groups as to if their placement in areas of native vegetation is having positive or negative effects on the native ecology of the area. There have been records of the honeybee visiting more than 200 species of native plants, which allows these plants to sustain life and keep a balance in nature. A loss of access to native nectar and pollen sources is also having detrimental effects on the honeybee colonies. There is more to be done to protect the honeybee, so let's do it. Early detection is the key in protection and preservation of this buzzy bee. Beekeepers are strongly encouraged to monitor all hives closely and report any unexpected deaths or changes in their bees. There has already been a confirmed case of varroa mite found on honeybees in Townsville, which is being contained carefully and eradicated. We don't need any more, so let's work together, Australia, to keep our honeybees alive and buzzing. What's the buzz? Well, the Australian honeybee is dying and Australia needs answers. Some may question the importance of the honeybee, but around 65% of Australia's agricultural crops rely on honeybees for pollination. If the Australian honeybee is wiped out, it will mean major changes for the Australian food industry, livestock, and most importantly, the natural environment we have grown to love. So, what do we need the honeybee